I made this record for you to jam, so use it.
From the theme parks to downtown brick streets, from Winter Garden to sandy bare feet, everywhere the light touches is our kingdom. We're spilling tea and dropping wisdom. Don't worry about missing the headlines. We're here to help. It's the Orlando Shine.
It's the Orlando Shine Show with the Bus and Brendan.
That was the Bus, John Bussecker. This is Brendan O'Connor from OrlandoShine.com. And we're hanging out on I always get the name of the road.
Restaurant Row, Sand Lake.
Sand Lake Road.
Yeah, we're using our library voices right now.
We are, because we're in a fancy place.
We are in a very fancy restaurant.
Called Vines by H.
Vines by H. It sounds like a fragrance.
There is an actual fragrance here as we walked in too. So I bet you they have like a something that's
We're the
meant
most
for the restaurant.
unattractive people here.
How dare you?
I'm just saying.
You're not wrong. I am the most unattractive. Well, no, that guy's not very. Never mind. There's a table next to you. They're not looking too
Bunch of
handsome.
ogres over there.
Yeah, they look like accountants. I don't know how they got in here, but yeah.
Anyway, it's a very fancy place. We got
is.
invited. We're hanging out. We haven't got any food yet,
Not
but
yet.
I know it's going to be good.
But our man Christian, he's French, is bringing us our meals, and we're going to see what it looks like. But they invited us out. It's a new endeavor by H Orlando, which
And H is around the corner, right?
It is, yeah. It's a Mediterranean steakhouse, which is probably one of the most visually gorgeous restaurants in town. It looks like a treehouse. Have you been to that?
I have not. I've seen the outside.
Okay.
Never been inside.
I'm surprised your rich friends like Chirag haven't brought you there, because the food is delicious. They do that like linguine on the Parmesan wheel thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, where they
Where,
bring
like,
out the
melts in
huge-
front of you?
Yeah, they'll do it right there, or they'll carve out, like
That's
they'll bring
pretty
the
cool.
steak to the side and they'll carve it up in front of you too. It's pretty fancy.
All right. Well, this place looks nice, so I'm excited. We
They
got
do-
a bunch
yeah.
of apps. We got some main courses, so we'll post all the photos on OrlandoShine.com and
You'll
the
see it.
socials and all that
They
stuff.
specialize in scratch-made pastas and steakhouse cuts. So we didn't get the steak, but we got what did we get?
Linguine.
Linguine, so
We got
fresh
a
homemade
schnitzel?
pasta and a schnitzel. Yeah, because they also do scratch schnitzels, and we couldn't pass on that.
No,
that's too fun.
Before
to
we
say.
get too far, I want to mention if you're listening right now, go to justcallmo.com/golf and get a ticket to come to the Mini Masters.
Yes.
All the
Or
tickets
else.
are sold out to play golf, but there are tickets where you can come watch the event. So do that.
How are those tickets going, John?
As I said, sold out of golf tickets, but we got $10 spectator tickets, but you got to put in the promo code MOGOLF. They're normally $20, but if you're listening now, we'll give them to you for 10.
Wow.
Free drinks, free food. It's going to be a fun time.
I love a discount just for our listeners. What? That's
February
fancy.
28th at Congo River on International Drive.
International Drive. That's where they have the gators. You can pet some gators, y'all, if you're
Yeah.
into that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And Christian, our waiter, just brought out some. It looks like samit, which is a traditionally served in a little. It's a circle bread in Turkey, but it's like a little. It's like a bun.
It looks great.
Yeah, I can smell the toasted sesame. Yum. I didn't know this was going to be a Turkish influenced meal, and
We'll
I'm
see.
all about it. How was your week, John?
My week was good.
Uh-huh.
I should think about these things on the way.
You never do.
I
You say
never
it
do.
every
Why don't
week
you
when I
start,
ask.
and
Okay.
then I'll think about what I did.
We went to Faded Kingdom was on Saturday. It feels like it was a couple weeks ago, but that was the official last day of Orlando Beer Week, and that was fantastic. And huge turnout in Baldwin Park. I think it's the biggest beer festival they've had yet, because they've extended it down to the lakeside now. And something happened with the Parks Department. Apparently, they've double booked the waterfront because there was a 5K that was happening at the same time, I guess.
Yeah, whatever.
I know.
Whatever. They figured it out, right?
They did.
That's good.
It was nice to see the boys from Rogue Knights, Orlando Rogue Knights, local armored combat team, seeing them do their thing.
I saw that you wore a costume.
Oh, just my Hobbit outfit.
Just this thing that I
Yeah,
have in the
just-
back of my closet.
And it was freezing cold, so it's a wool cloak, John. So I like to put on my wool cloak. It was any excuse to put that on. Is good
Did
for me.
did
Drink
you
some
get some
beers.
comments?
I did. And I don't know if I can say what my
I don't think
Hobbit
you
name
can.
is
I don't
on the
think you
air.
can.
But actually, somebody remembered from the last time I wore it, which was the Science on Tap last year, and a guy said, "I know you. You're blah, 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 blah." If you don't know, if you want to know the name, I'll just DM me and I'll tell you later.
There you go.
And
You're
then
just trying to get people to DM you, aren't you?
I am. I do like when they DM me. And I hosted Ramen Rumble on Monday.
I saw you in the paper. You were in the Orlando Sentinel.
Oh yeah, I was. Yeah, thanks to Amy Drew, and I always forget her photographer's name. but
Steven. Is Steven Dow.
Big tall man.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
white hair.
Yeah.
He looks like he could be your dad.
He's probably been there long enough. Yeah, he's been at the Sentinel probably longer than I've been alive.
Very nice guy. Ramen Rumble was great. It was 2 rounds of 7 local chefs who have all won Ramen Rumble previously, cooking up their ramen recipe, their whatever they thought would help them win. And the win went to Chef Kevin Pomvolai from Sticky Rice, Lao Street Food over at Mills 50.
And you can go get that ramen, I think, next week.
I think so.
Yeah, I read that. Yeah.
And if you don't know Chef Kevin, he hates crowds.
Okay.
He is so anxious. He was a monk, a Buddhist monk. And so he doesn't like when you put him in front of things. And we did a TV show with him, my restaurant show, and he knew what he was getting himself into, but when we were actually there filming, he could not talk.
Really?
With the cameras looking at him, just would not talk. So I loved calling his name in front of a restaurant full of people.
You hosted it?
I did.
Did you judge it at all or not? Is
No.
it people's choice?
It's people's choice, and which is great. And this was the first year where they did it blind. You didn't know whose bowl it was.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Took them 8 years to figure that out.
It did take them. It took them a while because last year Elliot Hillis won from Red Panda Noodle. I'm not 100% sure if he should have won.
Would you say that the one that did won was worthy of the winner?
Yeah, I
Was
think
it- was it one of your
fantastic.
favorites?
Actually, Scotty came with me. Scotty, my gay boyfriend, and sometimes co-host here on the show. He had, I think, 3 bowls. Yeah, he killed
There's
it.
how many people? How many different restaurants were there? Like 8 or
7.
9? 7.
7 restaurants. They
That's
cooked
right.
2 rounds. Yeah, it was great. So
Good.
good. I love it. Great competition. It's the last time they're ever going to do
Why?
ramen.
So when I read the story, I didn't understand that. Why is it the last time?
They just want to change to a different dish, I guess.
So do you think they'll still do something but not ramen?
Yes, but they don't know what it is. And I was like, well, this now would be a perfect opportunity to announce
Honey
what the next
nougat
one is.
glacé.
Right.
That's a throwback. If you laughed at that, congrats.
You've been with us for a
You've
while.
been with us.
But that's the official dish of Orlando. Mm-hmm.
Orange County,
according
maybe?
to Orange County
Mayor Jacobs, former
Yeah,
Mayor Jacobs.
Teresa Jacobs, because she had a beehive in her backyard, and she said she had polluted her campaign to find what our dish would be. And she said eventually halfway through the search, she said, "Okay, well it has to do with honey now." Out of nowhere.
Because when I think of Orlando, I think of honey.
Honey and honey nougat glacé, which is like I'll be honest, the restaurant that came up with it, the cafe,
They closed.
they did close, but it was a delicious
The
dish.
dish was
John.
good. They got a lot of heat.
Delicious.
They on an unintentional attention. It wasn't their fault. They
No.
they abided by the rules. Anyway, you don't care about these 10-year-old stories. Yeah, I actually remembered what I did. I actually went and saw a movie this weekend. I did go do that.
Okay,
I went and saw Send Help.
that's with
Rachel McAdams.
yeah.
Yeah, it was all
With
right.
about a bad boss.
Yes.
You working through some things?
No.
Okay.
My boss, Attorney Mo DeWitt, is great. No, it was fun. My wife went to a movie.
My wife.
She went to go see a documentary, and she got invited to it. So I was like, well, if you're going to the movies, I'm going to go to the movies.
Oh, you went by yourself?
Yeah.
I would have gone with you.
Nah, it's all right.
Okay.
It was a last minute
Is that too
thing.
gay? You can't go see a
No, it
movie
was
with
just
me?
like it was 6 o'clock or it was 5:30 and
Where'd
it
you
started
go?
at 6. Regal, Winter
Regal,
Park.
that's
Yeah.
a good one. I
Yeah,
like
it was
that.
great.
With the reclining seats.
Yes,
Scotty
movie was
makes me go
okay.
to the one at Disney Springs now.
Really?
He loves it.
It's a hike.
It is a hike. It's a commitment.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
an hour there, hour
But
back.
I think he likes it. He likes it's like you're jogging up your day. You know, like you feel like
I
you've
get it.
done something
I
different.
get it.
They bring you food to your little table.
I don't do all. I just go see the movie and get out of there.
Get out of there as soon as possible. I'm the same. Orange County. Did we talk about the Orange County commissioners saying no to the CFX purchase? Have we talked about that?
Not really. So does this have to do with Split Oak?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so CFX made an offer to purchase a piece of property in the Split Oak Preserve which also includes trading for a piece of property to the east, like a little land swap, so that they can build, what's it called?
They want to build an expressway through there to connect like Orange and Osceola County,
Yeah,
correct?
State Road 534 project. So it's known as the Osceola Parkway Extension.
If
And
you've ever driven down there at any time of the day, it is a nightmare.
it is.
Narcoossee is the worst road
And
to
that
drive on.
Part of town is like building up.
Oh, and
more and more
growing.
people
Oh,
are
yeah.
living there.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, so I get it. But my reaction to it all is like, if you name something to preserve, you don't get to unname
So
it.
that's the whole thing. This goes back like 30 years or something like that, where
Yeah.
30 years ago there was a deal made, and I might be messing the numbers up a little bit, but 30 years ago there was a deal made, we're not going to develop this area, and
Yeah.
everybody back then was like, great, we're not going to
Great,
do it.
voted on.
Yeah, and then like fast forward 30 years and people move here, our population grows,
Yeah.
and then like, you know what, that thing we did 30 years ago, never mind.
Now, see, but it's really the county doesn't want to do it, and CFX is a state entity, and they can trump local governments.
Yes.
And so now that the local governments have said no, we're not interested in selling it to you, CFX actually has the ability to step in and
Can they take
domain
it?
They
Really?
can take it and not give any money to anybody.
Really?
So now people are trying to figure out what are those next steps.
Because we've said this before. We don't have a bunch of time because we got an interview, but I've said this before. I've been to that Split Oak Preserve. It's fine. Like it's fine. Like meaning like I don't want the land to go away, but I didn't go there. I was like, oh my god, this is the most
This
gorgeous
is-
piece of Florida property ever.
It needs actually some conservation efforts to actually enhance the habitats.
Agree,
that
but
are
I
there.
understand the concern when people
Yeah.
say, "Look, you guys made a promise 30 years ago. Like if you're
That's
going to
where
do
I'm
that,
at with
why
it.
not commit to it?"
And I think it's terrible that CFX has that ability to just take it. So if you're listening, CFX, and I know you've been on our shows previously, so if you
Mm-hmm.
are listening, don't do it. Anyway, we have an interview. Let's take a break. All right, we're hanging out at the Orlando Science Center today in Ivanhoe Village, and I'm with some esteemed company today, Mr. Brendan Byrne from Central Florida Public Media.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, any excuse to talk to you. I've been wanting to have you on the show forever, Brendan.
I'm glad.
So
I'm glad I'm
used-
here. Yeah.
I used Jeff Sanford as an excuse to get you on. Hey, Jeff.
Hey, I am good. You use me as you need, as long as you mention Orlando Science Center.
All right, perfect. I'll remember that.
Yeah.
I think I saw that on your personal ad.
I'm here for the cause.
Taking it for the team, as he said. We have an event coming up here at the Orlando Science Center, Science Night Live, which is part of the larger STEM Spark Fest, right, Jeff? Is that?
Yeah, Spark STEM Fest. You
Okay.
were really close. Just the order was out a little bit.
And it's the weekend of the 14th, right? It's
yes,
the 13th.
yes. Spark STEM Fest is 14th, 15th, and 16th. Science Night Live is the evening of February 14th.
Okay, and so it's tucked away into this larger umbrella of programming. that's
Yeah,
happening
it's
here.
basically...
It was Otronicon. Right?
Yes, originally, yes, and I appreciate you knowing your Orlando Science Center history.
I thought you said Brokeback.
But Otronicon was the big video game simulation technology event that we did at the Science Center. It started in 2006. And all events kind of have a shelf life. You need they change, they evolve. You need to reinvigorate them. And we saw
introspective.
we saw Otronicon changing. We saw people's attitudes towards science changing, and we wanted to make the event bigger and broader and bolder. And so it evolved into what we now call Spark STEM Fest, which embraces all the sciences:
Science, technology.
engineering,
Engineering.
math. And what we're trying to do is promote why that's important to all of us.
Why is it important, Jim?
Because, man, everything is connected to science, technology, engineering, and math. And not just those items, but the skills that you need to be successful in these science careers are the same skills you need to be successful in life.
And science careers are the ones that aren't going to go away because of artificial intelligence,
No,
right?
and science is everywhere. Science is making this broadcast possible.
Whoa.
And but these skills that are important, these things we call STEM skills, are actually problem solving, critical thinking, communication, collaboration, and these are skills that we all need. We all need to be curious. We all need to be creative, and that's what we're trying to do through Spark STEM Fest: is connect people with folks that are doing exciting STEM careers, look at innovative tech, do some cool activities, see awesome speakers, see some great art, experience some live shows.
And it's for all ages.
And it's for all ages.
Okay.
Spark STEM Fest is for all ages, but especially Science Night Live on February 14th. That's just for grown-ups, 18 and up. It's only an
Good.
adult evening. We're going to have aspects of Spark STEM
I
Fest.
love adults-only programs.
Yes.
Keep the kids
Well,
out.
and that's what I love
This
about
isn't
it.
a brewery.
Well, what I love about it is adults are curious too.
Yeah.
Adults want to have fun learning something new.
Yeah.
And when they come for Science Night Live, which is our quarterly adult event, and they come to the Science Center and they go, I love that you got all the kid stuff out and you brought all the adult exhibits so we could explore. And it's like, it's not like we got them sitting in the back and we just roll out the 18 plus stuff.
Uh-huh.
It's the same things we're doing. It's just we got the kids out of
Yeah,
the
got
way.
rid of all the little people.
And so because people are curious, people want to learn,
Yep.
people want to experiment. So Science Night Live, we
That
turn the
sounds sexy.
Science Center over. Watch it, Brendan. Still a family brand.
It is, but
Yes.
you're on my
Then-
brand
yeah.
today, and we
But
can talk about it.
Science Night Live is our opportunity to attract adults
Uh-huh.
and explore with Spark STEM Fest specifically on February 14th. Have some cool exhibitors and activities set up.
And a
We-
speaking panel, right?
Yes, exactly. We've got Brendan joining us with Nicole Stott, who is an astronaut, and also Christina Korp, who is the astronaut wrangler.
Christina
She is-
Korp?
Yes, she has
Great
worked with
name.
not just Nicole, but with Buzz Aldrin and
She's
a
wrangled
number
the
of
best of
other astronauts. Yes,
Moonwalkers, yeah, quite a
Yes,
few of them.
and so
Wrangling-
they're going to have
wrangling them is
a
hard.
great conversation. We also have Jason Latimer, who is a world champion magician. He is going to do some really crazy illusions that are based in science. He's going to walk through a pane of glass. He's going to do some insane stuff.
You also buried that he's very handsome. You did not tell me that when you were
Yes.
asking if I wanted to
All
do
right,
them.
all right. Yes, yes. Jason Latimer is a good-looking man
really
for those
is.
of you in the radio world. But yeah, we want folks to come out February 14th to SNL, especially to check out what our friend Brendan is doing.
Because you're going to be interviewing an astronaut, right? Miss, is it not or Stott?
Nicole Stott.
Nicole
Yeah,
Stott. But she's particularly interesting because she's not. I don't know. She's not just up there collecting moon rocks. She's also an environmentalist.
She
and an
is,
artist.
yes, yeah. She's. I've been so lucky to have met her years ago,
Okay.
and I have interviewed her countless times.
Oh, brag it up.
And yeah, she's awesome. But the first time I met her, I really didn't know what she had accomplished in space. She went up twice. She lived on the International Space Station.
Yeah.
But she was the first person to paint with watercolors in orbit.
That's crazy.
And so she told me about the science of it, and essentially she was just trying to keep herself busy while she was up there, and ended up falling in love with painting, and she's brought that down to earth. And that overview effect that we were talking about earlier, she tries to capture that in her art, which is really,
So
really
it
cool.
feels. Can you feel that?
You can
kinda-
you can when you look at it and say this is coming from the eyes of somebody who has seen our planet in a way that only 600 or so people have ever seen it before, is really incredible.
Do they have? I know they must have psych help when they come back, right? 'Cause
Oh,
are there people
we'll
like
have to
therapists
ask her that,
help
yeah.
them kind of decompress the things?
I
that
know
they've
they
seen
have a
and
psych
felt?
evaluation before they go, so that they know they don't open the door while they're up there.
Okay.
But I'm not sure about afterwards.
Or
I'm sure
chase
there
people
is.
down
Or-
across
yeah.
the country like that one lady did. Didn't you do that? Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
She did that for love, Brendan.
Yeah, she pooped in bed.
Yes, it was all for love.
You know, now I'm gonna have to find out if they do have psych
I
evals
just
because I'm
wonder
sure they
about
should. They should. But that's something we can ask Nicole because it's not
Yeah.
just me. It's not just me interviewing Nicole at Science Night Live. It's a fireside chat. So
Okay.
we're going to open it up to the audience to ask questions. So this is an opportunity that there are only 600 some people that have been to space. And we've got one of them that's going to be here in Orlando, and you get a chance to talk with her and ask her all of your burning questions. And you can ask her about the toilet, because I have interviewed her about what it's like to go to the bathroom in space and used it for a story that aired on NPR. So she is very happy to talk about even the gross stuff up in
Because
space.
that's all anybody wants to know about
It
is
is,
how
yeah.
do you poop in space,
Yeah.
right? Or
Yeah.
how do you
Carefully
eat
is the
ice
answer.
cream? Always carefully, which kind of applies to it any day.
That's true, yes.
right? But didn't she do a workshop here? We're sitting here in the Science Center's maker space. Didn't she do a workshop here, Jeff?
Yes, yeah. Actually, Nicole put together an art exhibit called Space for Art that includes her art and art from other astronauts, including Michael Collins, who was one of the Apollo astronauts,
Wow.
and Alan Bean, another Apollo astronaut. And so she's got this art exhibit, Space for Art, currently on display at Orlando Science Center that's got astronaut artwork, artwork from other NASA professionals, and students from around the world. And she is very involved in, we have a spacesuit on display. And part of what Nicole does with her foundation is she goes all over the world to schools and community programs, and she talks to kids, and she runs these workshops where kids will draw on panels about what they like about space or their interpretations of space. And then she takes these panels and she gives them to the company who makes spacesuits. And they get those panels incorporated into a spacesuit. And she's made 3 or 4 of them. And a couple of them have gone into space. And it's a spacesuit, and it's got this patchwork panel of all these kids' artwork on it. And we have one on display at the Science Center. So she's got this awesome...
Is that the one as you come in?
That's the one as you come in the main entrance that we currently have on display.
Very hippie.
And she's got this, very much so. It is the coolest spacesuit you will ever see.
Yeah, because they're not traditionally
Yes.
attractive looking.
No.
Unless you're flying for SpaceX and it looks
Those
like...
do look good.
They
Yeah.
do look good, because they're tailored.
Yes, they are. Yeah.
Versus the, NASA's always looks
yeah,
like you're going
it's got that,
spelunking
that bulky spacesuit.
I want to come back to one
Yes.
thing Jeff said about the art that's on display here, and one of them is from Alan Bean, who passed away recently. But Alan Bean has been on the moon, and in some of his artwork, what he did is, because when you go to the moon, you actually get to keep some of the moon dust.
Ooh,
and he's actually
by accident because it's just on.
No,
your
they
shoes?
gave. Well, yes, but then they gave
Okay.
him some.
Okay.
But he used it. He mixed it into his paints, and in some of his paintings of the moon, there is actual moon dust on it, and it is. His artwork is absolutely incredible because he's an engineer, and Nicole became friends with him because they were artists, and she told me that he was really worried about the shadows and how the colors would be, and making sure that his paintings were as accurate as possible because he was that engineer, that scientist, and his work is just absolutely gorgeous. I don't think you have the moon dust stuff
We don't.
here.
I don't think we have the moon dust, but we have one of his paintings, and he used one of his moon boots.
His boots, yes.
And so there's
Yeah.
the texture and the
cool.
footprints from his moon boots on his painting.
So now there have only been 12 people that have walked on the moon, and now you have an opportunity to go and look at the artwork that one of them has
So then you
created.
have two things. Two things. Is moon dust radioactive? This episode is sponsored by Legacy Life Project. Many of us reach a point where preserving family history feels important, not out of urgency, but out of love. Legacy Life Project helps families thoughtfully capture life stories on film so they can be shared for generations. These are guided conversations that highlight experiences, traditions, and the lessons learned along the way, creating a meaningful connection between past, present, and future. It's a way to give your children and grandchildren a deeper understanding of where they come from and the people who shaped their family. If you're curious about what that could look like for you, Legacy Life Project offers a no-obligation discovery call. Just an easy first step. Visit LegacyLifeProject.com to learn more. LegacyLifeProject.com. Looking for a meaningful way to celebrate African American literature and culture this month? Orange County Library System is hosting its annual African American Read-In on Sunday, February 15th, starting at 2 p.m. at the Orlando Public Library's Melrose Center. This free, family-friendly event brings together local media figures, elected officials, artists, and performers to read and share works by African American authors, poets, and musicians. It's part of the National African American Read-In Initiative, now in its 36th year, highlighting the power and storytelling of poetry and music. The program features readings, live performances, and voices from across Central Florida, all focused on celebrating Black literature and creative expression. The African American Read-In takes place at the Orlando Public Library at 101 East Central Boulevard in downtown Orlando. Admission is free and all ages are welcome. More details, including a full list of participants, are available at ocls.org/read-in. There's a hyphen in there. That's the African American Read-In, Sunday, February 15th at 2 p.m., presented by the Orange County Library System.
If you're listening to the Orlando Shine Show right now, you can thank Attorney Mo DeWitt.
I sure am thanking him right now. He does so many cool things around town in Central Florida, and I'm just so thankful that he's supporting Orlando Shine.
And if you want to find out more about Attorney Mo DeWitt, all you got to do is go to justcallmo.com.
JustCallMo.com.
I made this record for you to jam, so use it.
Welcome back to the Orlando Shine Show with the Bus and Brendan.
That was the bus. This is Brandon. If you're a bus, what am I?
I don't know.
No, like
I
a
don't
punch
know. Is that a
buggy?
riddle?
I don't know. Yeah, it could be. I don't know.
Brendan,
Anyway,
we are hanging out at Vines by H.
yeah, it's the old Vines Jazz Club that's been redone, lovingly refurbished and renovated. Just reopened, and it's owned by the H. Orlando Mediterranean Steakhouse Company here in town, just up the street from here. It's a mood, man.
Yeah, it's on Sand Lake, if you don't know, Restaurant Row.
Yeah.
Very, very, very nice. I think there's a row of bankers over there
Yeah,
hanging out.
They
They're
look
all
like-
in finance, those dudes.
all in finance. I was getting like bros who used to do coke vibe.
I'm glad you said that
Yeah,
because
is that
we're
what
not
you're-
going to get invited back now. Great.
We're here now.
Uh-huh.
Deal with us now.
It's a beautiful place. It is a beautiful
Beautiful.
restaurant.
We'll
We
take-
got
yeah.
tuna carpaccio. We
Which
got
is a great drag name.
cauliflower steak.
But it was like a turmeric based
Yogurt.
cauliflower, but sitting on a bed of yogurt with some parm. But the yogurt was like a garlicky. Oh, it was delicious.
Very, very good.
Yeah.
I can't wait for the entrees.
I can't either. What did we get again? Linguine and schnitzel.
We did.
Yeah,
One thing I want to mention, Brendan.
mention it.
If you missed any of our show, go download it wherever you get your favorite podcast.
It's there.
It is
Libsyn,
there.
Spotify.
Just search
SoundCloud.
for The Orlando Shine Show.
Yeah, the Orlando Shine Show. We used to have a different name, but we're not that anymore.
We are not. And
No.
go to OrlandoShine.com and follow that.
Why aren't you following it?
Why
us on the
aren't you
gram.
following it?
And I have a newsletter. So, like, all of these things you could get served up in your inbox on a Monday
Mm-hmm.
with this giant, beautiful, curated
Just got to
newsletter I
read
do.
one newsletter a week, and then you don't have to read anything the rest of the
I'll
week.
be honest, I get everybody else's newsletters. I think ours is the cutest one.
You think so?
Yeah.
All right.
I like it.
All right.
I am, I want to say tarnished, but not, what am I saying?
I don't know.
Biased.
Biased?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Maybe a little bit.
A little bit.
It's pretty good, though.
I don't feel bad. John, something happened this week,
Yeah.
and you know more about it because you
I
don't
don't-
have a
I-
paywall.
That's true. I get the newspaper.
You do.
So this
Which is great,
happened a
'cause I
while.
was in it. You took a picture.
This didn't happen this week, I don't think, did it? I thought there was
No.
just more information.
Just
anyway,
more information this week.
there was a case, and I don't want to talk about it too long because it's pretty traumatic, really.
Right.
It was
Okay.
a story at Lake Brantley High School,
in Seminole County.
and two girls. I say girls because they were like 14 and 15.
Yep.
They were arrested
Uh-huh.
because one of the girls had this plot to murder another boy who also went to the school.
Uh-huh.
And
But not because she hated him.
it's because how I read this is because he looked like Adam Lanza, who was the school shooter at
Sandy
Sandy
Hook.
Hook.
And she was obsessed with the
Yes.
Sandy Hook. That she was
Sandy
obsessed
Hook
with Adam
shooting.
Lanza.
And so she had followed this boy like around the school and like I guess had like taken pictures of him and like was stalking him, all with this plot to murder him. And
Yeah.
she had like a knife and she was gonna kill him in the bathroom. It is a wild
Because
story.
she wanted to perform a blood ritual to bring back Lanza's voice.
Yeah, it's a wild
What?
story. So I read it this morning because a lot of times I'll read stories that are like, there's violence or there's something bad. I'm like, oh, like that's really wild, but like this one was bananas. And
Yeah.
so like she and the
The
she
kids
got her
are not all right, y'all.
no. So like her friend got arrested as well because I guess she was going to
For
help out.
assisting.
And they were both charged as adults, and typically they don't name the names, but they did in this case. But it's all very tragic. Like I don't know what's going to happen with it, but like reading the story, like I was just like, this young girl
Yep.
needs help. Like, I mean, yes, she
She's
probably
gonna get it.
committed crimes, and she needs to probably and have some punishment for that. But just reading through it, I'm like,
But then
I
also-
wonder if there was signs as
And here's-
well.
I can tell you're a good person because in my head I'm like, well, it sounds a lot like The Mummy or Dracula, where like somebody looks like somebody else that somebody's obsessed with, because Dracula was obsessed with his wife,
Mm-hmm.
and she died, and then he fell in love with
Johnny Depp's wife.
Johnny Depp's wife. Well,
That's
no,
one version of
right?
Dracula.
And then tried to bring her back because it was like, if I kill her, bring her back. Or The Mummy tried to kill Rachel Dratch, because he looked like her old wife, Anck-su-namun, and tried to bring her back, through blood magic. So that's all that tells you about
Yeah,
how
well,
nerdy I am.
I also know this is a real life thing. So
It is. Well, so's The Mummy. Anyway, that's where I went with
I
it.
read the story. If you read the story in the Sentinel, check it out. It was just a wild story.
Big honking dramatic story in the Sentinel. You should definitely check it out. A new executive was just named for Disney World. If you're interested in
Demario, it's something like that.
Can I tell you what? That's
You
so
don't. You
funny.
didn't write it down.
I put the wrong headline on the wrong note.
Oh no!
And I don't have the.
There is a
note
new
from him.
CEO. Did he start already? He'd worked there for like 30 years.
Forever. Another
we can
one
look
of those
it
stories
up.
where a white man worked his way through the ranks, and he was there long enough for they're like, you should be the new executive director. So that's
Yeah,
what
because
happened
Bob
there.
Iger, he had been the CEO for a long time.
Yeah.
He left. There was a tumultuous time for about a year and a half, and then they were like, "We want you
We
back."
need you back, Bob Iger.
Yeah,
so
and so
Bob
the news
Iger
guys-
came back. Yeah.
I'm good.
Sorry, I had to yell at a young
Yeah, you
Russian
did.
girl.
You had to clap back at
Well,
somebody.
It's like we're not.
We
being
do have
rude, we're just
microphones in
recording.
front of us.
Yeah, like,
we're not
doing
just
something.
at dinner right
Yeah,
now.
just
like,
talking to each other. I'm not hard of hearing talking into a megaphone. It's 'cause-
that would be funny.
Yeah.
Josh Demaro.
Oh, perfect.
Yes, new
Congratulations, Josh. We'd love to work with you.
He only makes about $30 million a year, so
Yeah, imagine. But that's a lot of work.
it's a lot of work. It's
and
a
the
lot of
government doesn't like
responsibility.
state of government of Florida's coming for you.
They'll figure it out.
They're yelling
They'll
at you
figure
all
it
the
all
time.
out.
And then people think you're woke all the time because you put little queer kids in your movies. People
He's
don't
just
like
trying to
that.
make his stockholders happy.
Just making his stockholders happy. The city of Winter Park is asking residents to complete a new online survey, and you don't actually have to be a resident because I did it.
Oh, really? What are they asking?
Like they want to know input on the future of Winter Park, where it's going. Are you worried that maybe
What am I worried about Winter Park?
one of
many
them was
bored-
like,
too
are
many
there too
bored
many
people.
panhandlers? Do we need to do something?
Was there two
I was
panhandlers?
like, where are their panhandlers?
Get them out of here.
Yeah, like, well,
Probably on busy
what are you
roads. Probably not
talking
on Park Avenue, I would
and
assume.
how dare you assume I'm a panhandler because I look poor?
Although if I'm going to panhandle, you'd think you'd go where most rich people are, which is Park Avenue.
Scotty tells me a story sometimes of when he was hanging out on Park Avenue and a homeless person, he'd never seen a homeless person there before, walked on Park Avenue and a family went up to him and was like, you don't belong there.
Really? Was it you?
And that's how we met. Yeah. And Scotty was like, I'll take
Poor
you
is
home.
just middle class on
Poor.
Park Avenue, right?
Yeah, get over to Hannibal Square where you belong. Get out of here. Go over to Whole Foods. Trader Joe's. We don't need you here on Park
So wait, what
Ave.
did you say? What did you want for Winter
Well,
Park?
so like topics went from anything from like do we need workforce housing options, which I think they do. So I clicked
Probably.
on that one. Which means affordable units for people who work in the restaurants on Park Avenue. Otherwise, they're coming in from who knows where, a Popka or something. And do they need to worry about the health of Winter Park's lake system?
No.
Maintaining the character and scale of downtown Winter Park, as everything gets built up around it. And so stuff like that. Or actually, one of the last interesting one was, would you support a sales tax increase, if property taxes were reduced or eliminated at the state level?
So they got to figure that out. They're
Yes,
thinking
they do,
ahead.
and they're trying to float that idea. And I know the city of Orlando's doing that too. The
They all
mayor
got to
talked
figure
about
out
it.
how they're going to make up this money. If property taxes go away, which is a whole
Yeah.
issue that is going through right now with the state legislature.
Hey, they're not going to cut funding. They're not going to cut programming. They love spending.
I don't know. They'll have to figure something out.
I
'Cause
guess.
that is the money. Property taxes fund, how I understand it, schools, police, fire, and another a bunch of other municipality things. So
Yeah.
you cut property tax. Like, how do you
Where
make
does
up
it
that
come
money?
from?
You got to make up that money somehow, right?
And they're thinking it's going to be sales tax, and that's not going to be. And it's going to be like I think they said like 6%. I'm waiting.
Oh no, I think you're going to have to make it like 12.
It's big. It's huge. And I can't remember what it was. And I have an email into the city because I was like, have y'all workshopped this? Like what? Because the mayor brought it up. Has there been a workshop about
I have no idea.
predicting what it could mean? And they're like, oh no, we haven't done that yet. And I'm like,
Well, nothing's passed yet in the state legislature. And I don't know if it will or not. They've just been floating this idea to see. Because, like...
well, they should have an action plan.
The problem is, like, most people don't want to pay more taxes. I get it. And so... But I also don't want to see all these things reduced.
Can't pay more taxes, you know? Like,
yeah.
If that happened...
But if you're giving me the option, do I want to pay property tax or do I not? My answer is always going to be no. Yeah, I want to keep more money. But then when I can't call the police when there's somebody's robbing my house because they're like, well, we don't have any money.
Yeah.
Like, that's a problem, too.
You're on your own.
Yeah, so, like, I
but
don't...
some people want that. They're like, I don't need police.
Yeah, well, you don't need them until you need them, I guess.
Yeah.
Just like a fire truck coming to your house as well.
Oh, funny. I found the CEO Disney thing.
Oh, yeah, well, go back in time 5 minutes. Hey, we'll see what happens with all that property tax stuff.
Black Bean Deli has been long awaited to be, like long expected to be opening a new location in Winter Garden. And nobody knows why it's taking so long. I think it's been 2.5 years.
2.5 years?
I think.
Grow my own pig and slaughter it and make a sandwich by that point.
Maybe you should if you're waiting that long.
Where do they want to be? Downtown?
It's near downtown. And I spoke with the owner. I can't remember his name. And he doesn't want to go on record. But OBJ shared an article that he's actually suing the owner of the building that it just sold. The longtime owner just sold it to Mark Whitlock, who's or no, I don't know. Anyway, he's suing them. He's suing somebody.
What's the holdup? What's the big holdup?
The old owner of the building has not held up his end of the bargain and improvements for the space. And so because of that, it's delayed everything else. And so he's done everything he can. He's waiting for the old owner to do it, and then the old owner sold it to a new owner.
Oh, so he's like, this ain't my problem no more.
Yeah, and now he's like, well, I've had a 2-year-long window on this project. That's a lot of money that I'm hemorrhaging here. You know, I want my money back. And we have an agreement, so we'll see what happens.
That is the thing that grinds my gears. People that just take too long on stuff, just let's get this moving, man. I ain't got time to waste.
Well, there's actually a restaurant in Apopka we just wrote about, just like Mama's Soul Food and Wings. Just like Mama's
Sounds
Soul
good.
Food and Wings. She, the owner Valerie Sparkman, was trying to open her space. She was working on it, and then a code enforcement officer came in allegedly, and told her, hey, you don't have the right permits. Here's a stop work order. You have to stop working. And so she did. And then it took 2 months to get the permit that she needed. And then she started working, and it just took it took longer than it should have. And then it turns out that worker who gave them the stop work permit does not have the power to give a stop work permit.
Oh man,
he just made it up.
That would not make me happy.
No, so she's suing. You know, and
As
I'll
she
tell you
should.
what, as someone who talks to a lot of these restaurant owners, it doesn't just happen in Apopka, y'all. Things like this happen all over. Good. I'm glad that
That's
they're
when
suing.
the "Can I talk to your supervisor?" question.
Yeah, like
needs
I'm going to
come
need
up.
to talk to somebody.
Yeah.
You're telling
Stop.
me. Yeah.
I mean, that'd be my first question. Be like, all right, thanks. Who's your supervisor? Let's figure this out.
God, I don't take that word for it. No matter how convincing they are in person, y'all.
Especially government. Like somebody has a
Yeah.
boss, so like just ask them. Maybe they're right.
And it's
but,
always
like,
just some good old boy, and he's worked his way through it in the system. His boss doesn't want to deal with them, so he just signs off on whatever he says.
No, I would be in the office the next day and be like,
Oh.
you need to tell me what's going on.
Can you talk about an update?
It's being handled.
Okay.
It's being worked out.
You want to talk
We can
about
talk
it?
about it next. Let's talk about it next week.
Okay.
Yeah, it's something I mentioned last week about
Little Free
something
Libraries.
that happened at my house.
And a county employee. We'll
I
give you an
actually
update
did have
next week.
At least 2 county employees reach out to me to ask me and basically tell me that was not appropriate.
Not appropriate.
Yes, but right now it's going through
And
proper
also,
channels.
I have to say, there were some comments on your personal Facebook page about
Oh,
it
yeah.
from
I
guys
saw.
that follow you.
I saw.
Which-
Especially guys that follow
Yeah,
me.
and I
Only
want to
guys.
say maybe that's a proof that you shouldn't just accept any friend request you get, Sean. Because
I've been in this town for a long time.
I know.
So
But some of those people are
one
just-
of them I don't know specifically.
Uh-huh.
The other one I actually did a story on a really long time ago.
Okay,
Yeah.
they should know better.
Oh,
Anyway,
whatever.
we'll talk
I mean,
about- let's
it's
have your
fine to
wife
have
on and talk
opinions.
about
I'm fine with that, but I'm also fine to argue them. So
We'll be at. I think we're at Celebration Brewing next week.
I also know when I'm right. So
Let's interview. Would you want to interview your wife about?
I don't know
it?
what she'll do. I won't speak for her.
Okay, all right. As
I
you
know.
should,
I know,
Don.
Brendan.
Yeah. 101 dead vultures were reported at Blue Springs
I'm
State
gonna say
Park.
Dalmatians.
101 Dalmatians reported dead.
101. That's a weird number.
It is a weird number, and maybe it's more at that point. Who's counting dead vultures?
Bird flu, or did
Bird
they
flu.
eat something?
Bird flu. They suspect, but
Nobody cares because vultures are ugly, right? I mean, really. If they were swans, people
well,
would be freaking
they kind
out.
of care because they're protected.
I mean, vultures are doing a job of the environment,
And
so
I think that's what it is. I think, they're eating things that have died from who knows what. So
That's
they're
what they
getting-
do.
If it's bird flu, then they get exposed to the bird flu. And,
could be.
And,
Or they
101
just
of them died.
got bird flu from another bird.
This bird flu thing is really, it's kicking Mother Nature's butt.
Do you
And
think it
then
happens all the time, though? I mean, you just don't notice.
it comes back every season. This particular strain this season is really tough. And there's
Is that what you're saying, or is that what you know?
It's what I know. We're seeing the numbers come in nationwide about. I'm following it.
You're on the bird flu beat.
I am on the bird flu beat, and my dad's a birder, and I've done because where we lived in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. It's a migratory route, so a lot of birds come through Sault Ste. Marie up Michigan, through the Great Lakes. And we used to have to count birds for the government. We'd do it. We didn't have to. We did it for the government, extra cash. Anyway, interesting stuff. Florida is going to an English-only driver's license.
I saw this.
Which happened on February 6th. Yeah, it just went into effect, John. Have you been following it?
A little bit. So I think this is a broader issue that is coming up because of that crash that happened in Florida where that truck driver killed two people, and English was not his first language, and so that was a wider issue. And so I think the governor and whoever's in charge, we'll say the governor, is saying, all right, well, we're not going to let this happen in Florida, so we're going to only have English only.
Because it's like signs and stuff are in English? Is that
But,
why?
I could probably go to Russia
And the signs
and not
are-
speak Russian
the symbols
and
are-
figure out how to stop at a stop
I
sign.
would think, but I'd be nervous to go on the Audubon.
Okay, well, pick your country. I don't care. I mean, I've been to Costa Rica, and they
were the
speak
what were the
mostly
signs
Spanish. I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
But the point is, it's more of one of these things. Like, we're cracking down. We're showing. We only need English. Americans speak only English. The problem is there are a lot of people that come from other countries, and not just. You think of Puerto Rico, which is not another country; it's an American territory.
Yeah.
They might not speak English as their first language, but there's a lot of people in.
But if they want to get a Florida driver's license, they're going to have to learn
so
it.
what are you doing? So are you denying them to go get one, or are you forcing them to learn English?
They're just, you're forcing,
what's the
I guess
point?
you're forcing them to learn
Would you
English.
rather they at least know how to drive and are safe on the road?
I also think it's also part of it's another barrier for maybe illegal immigrants to not get
Just because you don't speak
identification.
English doesn't make you illegal or not
No,
illegal.
but it'll make it harder. It'll make it easier for them to get you if you don't have a driver's license.
Okay. No,
Right?
I mean you're right. You're
Yeah.
absolutely right.
Yeah, that specific demographic of non-English speaking people, will be that.
So now
much
if they're
more
pulled
at
over
risk.
and they're driving and they say, "Where's your license?"
Yeah, where's
well,
your
I don't
license?
have one.
I don't have one. I just have my one for my home country because
Or not.
or not.
I'm just driving without a license
Yeah,
because
'cause
I
it's
couldn't
easier.
pass the test.
Yeah, because
I don't
they're
know, but then
saying
you
can't-
also rope in people that maybe English is not their first language, and I'm picking on people that speak Spanish, but we're in a restaurant right now where
Yeah.
some of the servers English is not their first language. I'm not saying
I
they
don't
can't
know.
speak it. but,
Florida,
like,
the
I
highway
don't know.
safety people, they say they frame the decision as a safety measure, saying it's focused on clear communication. and understanding of traffic laws, and that local offices that administer testing, including tax collector offices, have emphasized that the policy was made at the state level that they are required to follow it.
And they did it without telling them, I think, too. Like, they were like, all right, we're doing
Yeah.
this. So I go back to this other thing. It's like,
There's actually a lot of Spanish-speaking people who work at those departments.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you think of Miami. There's a lot of people in Miami that,
Yeah.
like, their Spanish is their first language. And they speak English, but they might not speak it well, or maybe they don't speak it at all. But, like, what changed? What has really changed in the last 10, 20, 40, 50
all
years?
I can think of is that it's easier to get them out.
That makes sense
You know,
to me. When you
yeah.
say it like that, that does make sense
Like
to
with
me.
the license thing, it's easier to pull someone over if they have that license frame.
Yes.
Now,
Yeah.
that's just another tool in the tool belt.
But if I'm somebody that, let's say for instance, I want to say one last thing.
Uh-huh.
Let's say I am somebody who moved to the United States. I'm in the process of getting citizenship, and maybe English I'm not strong at it, but I'm trying, and I want to get a license to drive a car, and I want to do the right thing, but I just can't afford to learn. Not afford. I just haven't learned English
it'll
yet.
delay it, or at
So
least
now I got to walk everywhere, and like
you
it
do,
just doesn't make
or
any sense.
you need to know enough to pass the test.
So that doesn't
You don't
make
have to have
sense to me.
conversational English. You have to know enough English to do the test.
What if you're blind? Do they do a Braille one?
It's English Braille.
Okay, so that's okay.
No, but not Spanish Braille.
I guess you're not maybe taking a driver's
But
test
also, yeah,
if you're blind.
That's the real question. It says a lot that I just took that for granted. I didn't
Uh-huh.
even think about it.
I don't know. I just think I think there might be unintended consequences with it.
And we'll see what happens. And maybe it's something
But
that
I
won't
also
last
think they
long,
don't
but-
care.
No. No. I don't think they care either.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, but I care. And y'all, maybe it'll just lead to an industry of people who have workshops to help non-English speaking people pass the test.
Yeah.
Like you get that, you take a tutelage class, like here's the questions that are on it. This is what it means. And then that's literally the only English
That's the
you know
only thing you got to
is
learn.
to pass the test. Yeah. There's going to be hurdles, but people are smart and they'll figure their way around
I
it.
guess.
Yeah. Anyway, next week I think we're at Celebration Brewing.
Sounds good to me.
Tune in, and we'll have an interview. I think anyway, we'll have another interview to
Big
highlight
thanks
next
to
week.
Vines by H for having us
For
out.
having us out.
Check
This-
out the photos at OrlandoShine.com.
This schnitzel is the size of my enlarged
It
liver.
does-
It's insane. It's insane. It's so big.
Get tickets to the Just Como Mini Masters too.
Coming on up.
It's gonna be fun.
From the theme parks to downtown brick streets, from winter garden to sandy bare feet, everywhere the light touches is our kingdom. We're spilling tea